This week, we're venturing into the eerie backwoods with Lowlifes, a horror flick that tests the mettle of a family isolated far from help. Directed by Tesh, Guttikonda, don't know if that's right, and Mitch Oliver, this film wraps tension and terror into every shadow of its remote setting. Will the family overcome their chilling ordeal, or will the homestead's sinister secrets engulf them? Let's dive into the darkness of Lowlifes. This is Flip-Flop. Before we get started, please hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy these reviews and would like to see more. We would greatly appreciate it, and it would help our little channel grow. And right off the bat, let's say this is a Tubi original. So you can watch this thing for free.
Yes, you can, which we did.
And we did.
We watched this movie for free. On a total whim, we weren't planning on doing this movie. I think it was I saw a TikTok or something about it.
Yeah.
And I bought into the hype, which, whoever does the TikTok stuff, it worked. Good on you. Rotten Tomatoes, Gary.
What do they got, Andy? What's Rotten Tomatoes?
Let me go to the Oh,
no. Nothing.
They have no score for this movie.
No score. There we go.
Anyway, Gary, Rotten Tomatoes. Let me check my scores.
What we got? Rotten Tomatoes, our aggregator. We got the.
I'm looking.
What's the total on that?
Oh, wait.
Wait, hold on. Yep. Oh, I was going to say, give me the critic score first.
There's no critic score. There is no whatever. What I have is there's only one review for this film. I can't read the review because, again, Gary and I are doing another movie that we can't talk about.
Cheesel Peach. It's like everything on our list. Films
I will say this.
I don't want to ruin.
I'll read this one line out of the critic's review.
And then I'll give you the IMDb score because I do have that.
Okay, good. The one line for the one critic, his name was Lee McCoy. He has something called Drum Dumbs. I don't know what that means, but Lee McCoy, I'm tipping my hat to you. I like this line. To describe this movie to somebody, he put in, think We're the Millers meets The Hills Have Eyes. And I think that's a pretty darn fair assessment of this film.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much.
We're going to be tap dancing around this movie as well. IMDb has a 6.4 out of 10 rating, just so you have at least something to gauge it by besides what Andy and I say.
There you go. Gary, do you have we have a rating for this one? Do you have a rating?
I do have a rating. I just put it down because this is one of those last minute decisions to do this. A quick reminder that our rating system is unconventional. We don't hand out stars, we hand out poos and TPs, up to 5 of them. And just to add more confusion, the more we give, the crappier we think the film is. Crappier, get it? Yeah, it's dumb, but that's the way we do it. I put this one middle of the road. I put 2.5 TPs.
Yeah.
I'll wait till you give yours, and then we'll get into the discussion.
So I'm right there with you. 2.5. It's where I was sitting with this film. This was, again, there's a story behind it, but just on a whim, we decided to watch this movie. We were talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, let's just watch this movie." I heard something good about it. Gary's like, "Sounds great, fine." We watched it, and it was pleasantly surprised. I mean, this thing has been heralded as one of the best horror films out there, screenplays. I don't know if I'd say that because I haven't seen all the horror screenplays, but this is an interesting film. Again, it's made by Tubi, so it's a Tubi original. Tubi's out there for free, right? Anybody can get this. If you got a smart TV and Roku or whatever, it's there. I got your Amazon Prime, it's there.
Right.
It's a good film. I would recommend it to most people. There are some twists and turns in this film. Again, I'll refer back to another review we just did. One I just did not see coming at all.
Yeah. Me neither. And I look out for these things generally. Took me by surprise. I'll say I think it was a little off-putting at first. This is clearly a B movie with a low budget. And I think the entrance, entering into the film that way, maybe you're not quite expecting as much. I think there was a little stuff at the beginning that we kind of chuckled about and kind of made fun of. It, teased it a little bit. And then there's a little turn that happens. And when the turn happens, you're like, oh, these people were serious about a movie. Like, this isn't just some thrown together thing. There's a very interesting little thing that happens in it. And
right. kudos to the filmmakers. This was very well done. I love a good twist. I like the shock. I love I don't know what's going to happen here. I think it's going one way that makes a little bit of a jog, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. And then you start working your brain like, well, where's it going to go? I can use this film does that for me. It delivered on that. And again, I always say, knowing people in my life, I would recommend this to a lot of people. Not my better half. She doesn't like this stuff, as we all know. Teresa is not a fan of blood and guts. This is a horror film, so there's some
really good practical effects in it too. Considering what we don't have any numbers or anything on this. There's the budget or anything else on it, but I mean it had some nice effects in it. Definitely, I wouldn't. If you're not a horror fan, I would not recommend this movie. Right. But if you like horror, I think this is a very good addition to the genre.
Yeah, I instantly messaged my 18-year-old daughter Alex and said, "Honey, I got one for you to watch." And she's like, "Good." I was like, I told her it's an odd little film.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Odd good?" I said, "Yes, odd good. Odd in a way that I think you'll enjoy, because my daughter loves horror films."
Yeah.
And this one I think was a very pleasant surprise. So I give massive kudos to Tubi and their the people who made this film. It's very well done.
I think that should be there should be more, marketing or something to let people know this is out there, because I think it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that's dead on, Gary. Because again, I found this TikTok while I was waiting to get pick up a food. I'm just scrolling just for something to do, and someone had said, one of the best horror films I've seen this year. So I stop.
Yeah,
I'm not scrolling, and I watch it. And I just catch the title. I catch a little bit of the plot, and I stop. I was like, "That I don't need to see anymore."
Yeah,
I don't want to know. And we both watched it, and I think we're in agreement. It's well done, and I love. Look, I'll complain a lot of times that there's too many options out there for us to watch. So there's too much crap being made.
Yeah,
every now and then you find these little gems, which again is what we try to do with our show. We're hoping that we're filtering through some stuff for people, and this is one you should watch if you have any interest in horror films. Watch this movie; it's good.
I agree. Go see the film. You can see it for free. Check it out on Tubi. Come back here, throw a like on here, and put in the comments whether you saw the movie and what you thought about it, and let us know, because I'm interested to see what other people think about this film too. Especially since there's not really anything else for us to kind of gauge it to. Rotten Tomatoes is letting us down this time, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe we'll be on the forefront of this one and telling you guys to get out there and check it out. I think it was released on Tubi in April, so it's fairly new. Also, I mean, it's only a few months old. Check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. See y'all.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.